As you will all recall, last year on the 15th of December 2010, I informed Kenyans on the progress made in undertaking further investigations and verifications of suspected cases of fraud and misappropriation of funds in the Kenya Education Sector Support Program, better known as KESIP. In the said press statement, I did indicate that we will be updating Kenyans once the outcome of the final audit work by the Internal Audit Department was concluded. Physical visits to the schools during the audit confirmed that Kenya shillings 1.9 billion did not reach the schools. An additional third-party evidence obtained from dispatching banks disclosed that the funds had either been paid to institutions which were not registered through the TSC, or the school banks into which disbursements were made were not genuine bank accounts. The forensic trail was able to determine the individual account numbers and details to which the returned funds were deposited and later withdrawn. The audit discovered a discrepancy relating to financial monitoring reports amounting to Kenya shillings 2.27 billion, which amounts were not reconcilable with the Ministries' cash books or bank account balances. The forensic trail revealed an attempt to cover up the discrepancy through manipulation of the cash books. The details of how it happened and the individuals involved are also available. In summary, the Internal Audit Department's report contains specific information on 1. The specific bank account details where funds were wrongly or irregularly paid into, details of signatories of some of the bank accounts, details of amounts dispersed into the wrong accounts, the details or confirmation from schools that were to receive the funds as tabulated by the Ministry of Education but did not receive the funds as reflected in the bank payment schedules, detailed reconciliation of the financial monitoring reports occasioning the Kenya shillings 2.3 difference, and the reconciled details of funds received from both government and development partners. The embezzled amounts I have referred to in this statement amount to about 1% of the total amount of Kenya shillings 489 billion allocated to KESIP from 2005 to 2009. Actions and the way forward on the KESIP audit. A copy of the KESIP report has been shared with the Head of Public Service and the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education to initiate administrative actions in line with the Code of Regulations and further reinforce adherence to the Government Financial Management Act and regulations. I wish to hereby inform the public that the audit report, together with the names of individuals both in government and non-civil servants who were involved in the suspected fraud, have now been forwarded to the police or will now be forwarded to the police for immediate further action. The Treasury and indeed the Ministry of Education would wish to see the individuals arrested and charged without further delay. And I think on that note, I would like to ask the Internal Auditor to hand over his report on the KESIP program to the Director of CID, who is with us here. Thank you. The intention of this investigation is not just to prosecute, but also to recover what has been misappropriated so that it can be applied for the intention that it was for. That is why we are wanting this now to go to the next level. So ours is not just a question of prosecution, ours is also an issue that with prosecution we will also institute measures to recover so that those funds can ultimately go to what they were supposed to go to. I want to once again reaffirm our commitment and to tell and to re-emphasize to accounting officers that we now must change our attitude, we must change our approach, and the government will no longer be taking it easy on any individuals that will be seen to be working not in conformity with public financial management, and any actions of misappropriation, action will be taken immediately with the hope of immediate recovery. So we are putting everybody actually now on notice going forward. We are spending huge amounts of public money intended to improve the well-being and the welfare of Kenyan citizens, and we expect those charged with the responsibility of implementing to take full cognizance of the fact that these monies are supposed to be applied for the benefit of Kenyans, not for the benefit of individuals.
In future, my ministry will be posting to the ministry website all the disbursements that have been made through the banks so that the public can get full knowledge of what has gone to what school. And secondly, we're going to create an SMS system where individual schools or public will want to know what money has gone to which school, which place, so we can improve on this process of accountability and pin down responsibility to individuals who may be bent to fraud.
And as we are stating today, we intend to take action. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to make one appeal to you. And that is an appeal to ensure that we are able to move forward. As we focus our attention on monies that have gone missing, let us not ignore, and I want to reiterate that again, let us please not ignore the major gains that this country has made over the last years in terms of allowing greater access to education to our children, improving the infrastructure of our schools throughout the country as a result of government intervention. And I would really want to appeal to you. Yes, let us get those who have done wrong to be accountable. We agree. But as we do so, let us not do it at the expense of destroying that which we are and have already achieved in terms of increasing access and improving facilities of education throughout the country. That is just an appeal that I would like to make to you as good and honorable citizens of this country. Going forward, let us report in an accurate manner. Thank you all, and asante sana.